Hey you guys. I'm just going to make sure all my cards are up right here for a second, and then we'll get ready and do the first 3 people that are here. They're free reading, and then we will do donation readings, general readings for free today. So if you have a general, you know, you just want to know kind of what's going on around you at this time, anything that you need to know or anything that needs to be brought to your attention will come out in a general reading. So if you do have a specific thing that you'd want to ask about or get information on, then you'd have to ask a personal question, a specific personal question, because a general reading may or may not bring those issues forward. But I always tell people, if they have a specific question, definitely ask your question. And to do that, for 1 question, it's $5.55. 2 questions is $7.77, and 3 questions is $11.11. Okay, and all the information for donating is in the description below, so check that out if you do want to do that, okay? All the information's there for you. And because the general reading will not necessarily be giving you the information that you want to hear. It's kind of, if you don't have a question, you just kind of want to know what your guides have to say, or if you kind of want to know just generally what you need to know according to the cards, which are who you're asking anyway. So yeah. And thanks for being here, you guys. Go ahead and like this video when you get a chance, please. I'd really appreciate that. Just getting all my cards upright, and then we're going to start right away into the readings, okay? I only do uprights. There's enough negative cards. I don't have to make them more negative by doing reversals. How are you guys tonight? Or actually, today for you guys, for most of you. I just heard somebody's donation come through. Thank you. Well, I will check on that right now. Let's see. Just got a couple more to do. I just wanted to jump on here really quick because I didn't want you guys waiting too long. So we'll get started on that right away, okay? Thank you, by the way, whoever that is. I'll check that right now. Let me see who it is first. Feisty Queen. Hi. Okay, we're gonna get started in just a couple more minutes. Let me just get all of this ready for you. Oh yeah, Doo-Doo, I guess, wants to say hi. This is Doo-Doo. Doo-Doo. She's feeling you right now. You can come in here. I'm just telling you I'm live. Yeah. It's okay, you can come in, just, you know, keep it down, please. Okay. All right, Feisty, it's just this one and we're gonna start, okay? So, 2 more minutes, maybe 1 minute, let's see. Time it, ready? Okay. All right. First of all, hello, Gaurav. First person, Trishna. Hey, Trishna. Second person, and Shining Star is the third. So we will do your guys' free readings in just a moment, but we're gonna do Feisty Queen's question first because she donated. So of course we're gonna do donations first. And thank you, Feisty. So Olive, hey, what's up, Olive? Jaded Kate, glad you're here. Sheila, Melody, Sejal, Smritkana, that's a pretty name. I have never seen that name before. So let me know if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly because you know me and my vowels sometimes are a little crazy. Gurpreet, and yeah, so hey you guys, how are you? How are you guys? others. Okay. That's actually better. That's actually works a lot better, so we're good. I'm great. Thanks for asking. Feisty. Okay. Doo-doo is nice, but she's annoying. And yes, Melody, you can, if you're still around when I'm finished with these ones, these first readings, I will definitely do a general for you. So, Feisty, what message does my spirit Anaconda have for you? Okay, first of all, let me look up what that means, because I don't know and I don't want to bullshit you. So let me just, you know, get my shit together with this really quick. Anaconda. Interesting. Huh. Okay. You're teaching me something. Okay. Are you gonna sit down? You're making me nervous. Oh, wow. I'm just reading the story really quick. Hmm. Wow, this is really interesting. Icy Queen. Okay. Okay. All right, so let's begin here. I had to get the lingo going. I had to figure out what this was about. Hi, Riddy. Hi, Farine. Okay. All right, so what message does my spirit Anacaona have for you? Okay. I'm good, thanks, Riddy. Thanks for asking. How are you? Indu, hello. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with this deck because it's Heavenly Bodies, the astrology deck, but it gives really cool simplistic messages, so I feel like that's a great place to start. Here you go, Feisty. Thanks for your donation, by the way. And everybody else, thanks for being here. Please give me a like on this video if you get a chance. It just takes a second and it helps me out so much, so I'd really appreciate that. Thanks. Thank you. All right, so first of all, House 2, physical security, possessions, material values, and self-worth. Can you see that? How's that look? Let's see. House 2, your security, material security though, not like emotional, even though it can be helpful to your emotional security for sure. Okay. That's better. Okay, and sextile, which is an aspect between planets, a combination of tension and flow, potential, and a rewarding situation. Okay, so something about your security being rewarding, kind of a tricky, you know, it's a bit of an obstacle to get there. Leo, self-confident, loyalty, and creativity. So it could be like you're doing something that you really love to do. You know, you're living in your own, you know, your own ability to do something with your creativeness, or, you know, your creativity, the way that you express yourself. You have some kind of freedom to do that and possibly make money doing it or create security for yourself doing it. So that's awesome. It's not completely just easy, but at the end of the day, I mean, if you accomplish that, that's pretty rewarding. I would say that's a rewarding situation for sure. So, all right, let's continue. I feel like this deck is the deck for you right now for some reason. It's Ethereal Visions Tarot. And it's the only one I didn't do upright, but let me just do this really quick. I wasn't going to do it because I was like, okay, you didn't do that one, like just continue, but this one seems to be the one I just feel like for you. After reading that about the spirit guide you're asking about, I feel like this represents that person the best. Just seems very feminine, but not just feminine, like strong, you know, and like it can withstand it's got balls. Let's just say that. Okay. So cool. Rewarding situation. So your physical material security here is the main issue, or the important thing here. But you should be able to express that in some kind of way that's rewarding for yourself. I mean, that gives you the freedom to be creative and express yourself in a way that you feel good expressing yourself. which is not something that everyone gets to do, you know? Not everyone gets that ability, or not everyone is able to do that and be able to have security doing that, you know? So that's awesome. And it could be saying too, like, that's what you need to do if you're not doing that already. Like, and also that it's not going to be easy, but it will be rewarding at the end of the day, you know, once you do get to that point. Physical security, possessions, material values, and self-worth. Yeah, it seems like this is something that really helps you to, not that you don't have a self-worth already, but, you know, it just makes your self-worth that much more stronger or healthier, however you want to look at it. It just, you know, makes it more significant. It's probably not the right word, but you know what I mean. Self-worth. It increases your self-worth. It provides you with more self-worth, a better self-worth. Okay, so tell me anything else we need to know for phase 2, please. Judgment. Okay. Okay. Yeah, like I said, you know, it's not going to be easy. It seems like you do have, you know, a point in time where you become kind of bitter about something, or either you or somebody around you becomes resentful, or even like a, you know, like a bully type, like a jealous type, doesn't want to see you succeed. And it could be you, you know, for yourself, and it's preventing your growth, you know. But it's right before the 10 of Cups. So it's like this period of time, I feel like, that is short-lived. This is, you know, the 4 of Swords, the 5 of Swords. So we see that rest period there, you know, that break for the 4 of Swords. It's like you're resting and you're taking a break, which leads me even more to believe that it's just a period of time in your life. The 5 of Swords, he's, you know, looking kind of bummed. And he is, because he's an asshole. And he's alone because he pushes people away by being a dick. But, you know, he's hurt, he's bitter about things. Not calling you a dick, just saying it could be somebody around you too, so, who wants to bring you down. But either way, it's a temporary period of time that affects you. And right after that, we see the 10 of Cups. And so obviously this is just a short period of time that you're going through. If it's yourself, it's like you're grieving through something, you know, you're feeling down. And maybe that's why self-worth, maybe that's why I felt drawn to put it toward this card that talks about self-worth and security. Because this is something, you know, on your way, but it's just something, you know, self-worth is obviously the reward, you know, as well as many other things, but, you know, physical and material security, but self-worth is probably the most important one in that, you know, set of rewards, I guess you could call them. And then 10 of Cups is obviously happiness, you know, complete happiness. That's where everyone wants to be. And that's just beautiful. And Judgment here too, so it's going to take some thinking, it's going to take some work, it's going to take some, you know, moves on your part that will influence this, obviously. But it seems like it will be a situation that's definitely worth your time and your struggle, you know, it won't be simple. 3 of Swords. So there is some kind of like sacrifice, or there's something that, not literally sacrifice, but it's a sacrifice, something you'll have to sacrifice, or something that will be painful about this situation, like something you're going to have to come to terms with, or something that you're going to have to let go of that's painful. And sometimes people just are not comfortable with letting go of things, and so I feel like that's why it's kind of painful for you, coming out as a 3 of Swords, whatever this is that you're having to feel sad about, or a loss about. I feel like you're very guarded, like 10 of Wands, 9 of Wands. The 10 of Wands came out first, which leads me to believe that the 9 of Wands is there, because in the 10 of Wands, it just kind of makes it more about you not only being guarded, but putting that wall up and wanting to do things yourself just so that you don't have to depend on people and get hurt, you know? You're on high alert for anything to attack you, you know? He's ready to fight. And the Ten of Wands just makes it easier to not have to like depend on anybody and have to risk that. So I feel like you're definitely kind of guarded for sure, and probably because you've been hurt. I mean, look at this bandage on his head. He's been hurt. It's not like he's paranoid and just for no reason. He's been hurt, so obviously that's why he is thinking something bad is going to happen again, and he has to be ready for it. So I feel like your lesson here is to basically, you know, put that guard down, and eventually once you have this self-worth here, that's a lot stronger, then, you know, you won't really need to have your guard up so much. So I feel like you need to find whatever it is that you really love to do, that really makes you feel like yourself, like this is your thing, this is what you do, no one can take it away from you, and you really enjoy doing it. Even if it's something that, you know, is a job and you're making money, it's something that you can be creative and you can express yourself without restraint. You know, you don't have to hold back. Let me see if you're saying anything really quick. So I think your goal here is to figure out what that thing is, if you haven't figured it out yet, and if you're not doing it already. Because once you do figure that out, then you're on your way to feeling your best, you know? You're on your way to your best self, even though it's not going to be easy, you know, it's not going to be simple, but it is going to be worth it. You know, obviously with this Ten of Cups here, a combination of tension and flow, potential and rewarding situation. I like that. Self-confident, loyalty, and creativity. Leo. Physical security, possessions, material values, and self-worth. Yeah, you need to find whatever that is that makes you feel your best. Something that you can be doing for a living, you know, and it doesn't even feel like work. It's like what you're meant to do. Let's see if we can kind of find out some idea of what that might be. So I feel like the lesson kind of is, you know, you need to focus on, you know, whatever you're doing right now. It's just not, you need to like look at something else and something that's better for yourself. Like, not that you're wasting time, everything's a lesson, everything's, you know, in life, but it's, you know, kind of trying to get your attention in some way, right? Like, the path you're on is, you're not, you know, you could be happier. You could be doing something more with your life and with yourself. So let's see if we can find out what that is, or have any kind of idea of what that might be. You may already know yourself, which would be great, but if you don't, it's kind of what I want to figure out, any kind of theme to this. Okay. Can get the theme or any kind of hints or clues in regards to what this creativity or this creative path for Feisty Queen would look like. Ace of Pentacles, opportunity for security, opportunity for safety, opportunity for stability, and all of these things in house 2. That's exactly what we're talking about. So yeah, we get it. Okay, security for sure. So, you know, if you don't know what it is yet, I'd also look for something that makes you feel secure. Like, you know that you feel secure doing that. You know this is something you could do and feel good doing. Like, you know, you have that security within it. It's something you're not going, like, against your own beliefs and what you feel is right. You know, it's something you know is right for yourself. You feel safe in that situation. And you know you could feel safe in that situation for the rest of your life. At least that's what you feel, you know? It's like you know that there's potential here. I can't make this up, I swear. This is Ten of Cups again. Ten of Cups again, you know? It speaks for itself. Happiness, Ten of Cups, that's like the best you can get. You know, there's nothing else after the Ten of Cups. It's like, that's complete happiness. Maybe even other people involved, right? Like a family or something, right? We're just seeing whatever it is that is happiness to you, that's what you'll get. I mean, I'm not going to say every little thing, but like that's the rewarding situation right there. So, Page of Wands. Now this could either be saying that, you know, you shouldn't make a hasty decision, you should think before you act, like maybe this will be kind of an issue for you along the way, or it could be talking about you need to take action already and stop, you know, procrastinating. So let's see what this is trying to really say here with the Page of Wands. Also, this could be a younger fire sign person coming out here for some reason. Aries, Leo, or Sag. Sagittarius. Fire. Okay, and we have Knight of Cups and the Sun. So again, it feels very good in this energy. It feels like you can be yourself and express yourself. Also, Leo here is ruled by the Sun, interestingly enough, and that's what I'm talking about when I'm saying, you know, feeling good in that energy and feeling like you can express yourself, and that's Leo, you know, that's what they represent, is self-expression, creativity, ability to just be authentically yourself and show the world that, you know, have the sun shining on you. The Knight of Cups, it could be a love offer, you offering love to somebody, but I feel like more it is, you know, inspiration. It's something that's emotional and it feels good and it gives you, you know, emotional energy. It's not necessarily someone giving themselves to you. I mean, it could be both, but in this situation, I don't really feel like it's talking about love right now. I feel like it's more talking about you feeling good in this energy, maybe even someone offering you the opportunity to be able to express yourself or give you inspiration possibly, maybe that you didn't have before in some area, and this gives you kind of the freedom to express yourself in a way that you maybe didn't feel comfortable doing before. I have another question, but I'll donate later. I'm gonna let others go. Okay. So I really like this reading, Feisty. It's cool. I mean, so your job is to find whatever this thing is, but what we do know is that, you know, if it provides security, that's the goal. You know, that's one of the goals anyway. And then happiness, of course. It's like, it shouldn't be something that you are questioning. Like, once you find this thing, it's gonna be, you're gonna know that it's that thing, you know? This is the way I need to go. This is the path I need to go. So what is the Page of Wands doing here, please? Three of Cups and... Ooh, Three of Cups and King of Cups. Okay. We have a lot of cups here. Could be a water sign person. We have a Knight and a King. So it could be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces person. Again, it could be, you know, the inspiration, but I feel like more it is a person now that we have the King coming out as well. And the Three of Cups here, that just represents, you know, really great friends. Not people who are, like, people that are very genuinely caring about how you are and how you're feeling, what you're going through. You know, you can express yourself with these people. So it's important that you find those people. If you don't have those people in your life, or whoever those people are in your life currently, you need to hang out with them more and stop wasting your time with people that don't have your best interest at heart. You know, these are really, really great friends that just want to see you shine. Maybe it's one of these people that offers you this opportunity, you know, or gives you that word of advice to where you're like, yeah, you know, like, I'm not going to do anything else with that now. You're right. Like, why would I waste my time doing anything else? You know, or they kind of like push you in that direction. So I would say that the Page of Wands is saying, you know, take advice, like, look around, but not to people who don't have your best interest at heart, you know, and like, not to people who don't really care, only to people that you know genuinely give a fuck. And those people have words of advice for you, and they have like some kind of direction or some kind of, you know, word of advice, something to say about what you should do. Not that you're asking, but you should listen to it. You should see what they have to say. And maybe if they don't say anything, some people don't. Some people are respectful and they just won't just tell you unless you ask. So maybe you should ask. You should have a sit down with these people who care about you and just say, hey, you know, what do you think about this reading? What do you think that means? What do you think I should do? What do you think that, You know, do you have anything to say about that? We have the Queen of Cups and the Empress. So I feel like you definitely should try to have that talk with them because it's going to open doors. You know, the Empress is all about new beginnings, the birth of something. And the Queen of Cups, with the King of Cups here, that's good. You have a lot of support in your life, I feel like. I don't think you need to find the people. I think you already probably know who they are. But right when you do ask them that question, or you get their advice, or you get their kind of, you know, their take on the situation, it should open doors for you. I feel like definitely only people that care about you, and you know that, though, you know? So it's saying, like, take advice. Like, don't make any hasty decisions without getting a second opinion from people who really, truly care about you and genuinely want to see you do well, you know? So don't make any hasty decisions without getting these people's... Not that you have to listen to them, but it's just, don't do anything, you know? Like, really think about this before you go in whatever direction you're going to go in. And if you're confused, you know, you have those people to kind of give you a second opinion there. Okay. So... Okay, Gaurav, Trishna, and Shining Star. Are you guys here? Gaurav, okay, cool. Gaurav. Gaurav, Trishna, and Shining Star, if you guys can just post your questions. Oh, I'm sorry. No, yeah. You guys are the first three. Hope you're fine. Question, do you see me? Okay, Trishna, I have yours. Gaurav, ma'am, can we ask a specific question? Yes, okay. And then Shining Star. Okay, may I know what is Cancer girl thinking about me today? And you're a Capricorn. Then, can I know current feelings of Kay and Trishna? Do you see me getting committed anytime soon? Thanks. Okay. Cancer, thinking about me today. And you're a Capricorn. Okay, Gaurav, we're going to start with you, since you're the first person here. What is the Cancer person thinking about you today? Capricorn. Let's see if we can get that information, what we can get for in regards to that. Hi, Jeff. The way we do it, Jeff, yeah, Melody, you too, yeah, I will. It's just that the way I do it is the first 3 people that come onto the live stream, they, oh, Jaded Kate, okay, Jeff. Yeah, we're gonna start with Jeff then. I'm sorry, Gaurav. Since we didn't start yet, I want to go ahead and do that. If that was, if we were in the middle of it, then I would have to, you know, I'd complete that reading and then do Jeff. But since we haven't really started it yet, let me go ahead and do him really quick. So Melody, the way it works though is the first 3 people that are here automatically get a free reading, like every single time I go live. I don't think I'm gonna change that anytime soon. So if you want to be a part of that and have a chance to do that next time, all you need to do is, if you're not subscribed already, of course, go ahead and do that. But next to the subscribe button, there is a little bell icon 3 options. You're going to want to choose all out of those options, the option all, and it will notify you every single time I go live, like right when I'm going live, right when I go on. And all you have to do is right when you get the notification, you just click in and then type in the chat, and if you're one of the first 3 people to do that, you get a free reading. So that's how that works. Check that out, you know, turn on notifications, make sure they're enabled for YouTube. Okay. Yes, Jeff, okay, gotcha. Okay, you just wanted a general? Okay. Are you sure you don't have a specific question or anything? Because that's, you know, the luxury of that, of donating. You get to ask your own question. But of course I'll do a general for you if that's what you want. You know, I have no problem with that. Thanks, Jaded, for keeping that organized for me. I really do appreciate that. Very helpful. Okay. 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 Who is my wife going on vacation with? She lies a lot, so I want to know. Who is she going on vacation with? Will she cheat? Does our family have a chance? Wow. Okay. You are putting a lot of weight on tarot here, but let's see what we can find out. So, I don't do yes or no questions, Jeff. Like yes or no specifically, but we're going to get all the details we can, okay? Let's get the energy of the situation. Let's see. We already know what Jeff wants to know. Let's figure out what we can figure out here. Sagittarius. Optimism, exploration, and freedom. Vacation. That's what that sounds like. In a way. Let's see what else we can get here. Jeff. Angelic support, harmony, and perfect flow. Trine. Okay. Nice. I like that. Very positive. Aries, independence, bravery, and passion. Okay. All right. Sagittarius, Aries, fire, trine, angelic support, harmony, and perfect flow. Doesn't sound like something shady, really. It sounds like somebody is feeling good in the energy, though. When someone's on vacation, you know, they're gonna feel good on vacation, right? So, I mean, it could just be that. But let's see. Spirituality, this is house 12. Spirituality, transcendence, karma, sacrificial service, and healing. What kind of vacation is this? Is this like a meditation, like a retreat kind of, you know, like a group kind of like, you know, where they do little meditations and healings? Or is this, you know, is there some kind of ritual or spiritual thing that's going on there? I mean, do you know what kind of vacation this is? Or like what they're doing? If there's any activities they're doing? Okay, we want to know, what does he need to know specifically? hear about this situation? Is there anything he needs to know? What do you want to bring to his attention? Should he not worry about this, or is this something that needs to be addressed further? First of all, I would say if she lies a lot, that's the main thing that, you know, you already know and needs to be addressed. But in regards to this, oh, how fitting. House 7, profound relationships, intimacy, and romantic partnerships. I said, what do you want to bring to his attention? Okay, well, here you go. This is your relationship. So let's see what's going on here in it. I don't have any really negative feelings about it, you know. I feel like if it was something more negative, you would think we'd see something about deceit or not harmony and perfect flow, you know what I mean? So, I'm not feeling too bad about this. Victor. You okay? I feel your energy. Okay, so tell me, House 7. What do you want to bring this to Jeff's attention? House 7. What do you need to know about profound relationships, intimacy, and romantic partnerships? There could be a Sagittarius or Aries person involved. If she's not a Sagittarius or Aries, said who's she with, you know. There could be a Sagittarius or an Aries person. Sagittarius is November 23rd to December 21st. Aries is March 21st to April 21st, I think. 21st. Yeah, April. March 21st to April 21st. Just in case you know their birthdays by any chance. You probably don't know if they're an Aries or a Sag, but if you can find out their birthdays, it could be one of those people. Okay. Page of Cups. So, it's talking about the beginning stages of a relationship. It could be someone offering you know, affection, or it could be if you guys have just recently started like a new phase of your life or relationship. I mean, it could be, you know, talking about the beginning stages of that. If not, then, you know, this could be a younger water sign person, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Okay. So we do have the Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Swords does indicate hiding something or trying to not get caught for something. Could be stealing something, trying to kind of just like tiptoe around a situation and not have to answer for it, you know, kind of get out of there without having any consequences or being confronted at all. You know, they're trying to leave with all the swords before getting caught. So I would say though that this is an energy that feels very good. Doesn't that look like a vacation? That looks like the sun's out, and you know, I hate to say that, but you know, there is happiness here, apparently. But when you're on vacation again, you know, there's happiness, but let's see what else is here before I jump to conclusions. Someone being left in the cold, left in the dust, left abandoned. What does he need to know about this specific situation, about his wife, and about this vacation? About anything you want to bring to his attention now. Anything you need to know here. He already knows that she lies a lot, apparently, so is this a situation where she's lying? Do we need to know anything else? What else do we need to know? Seven of Swords here for, first of all? Let's figure that out. What's the Seven of Swords here for? Seven of Swords is something that happens. So it's Knight of Swords. Could be a air sign person, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Also, the Seven of Swords and the Knight of Swords means it's something that kind of happens out of the blue with force. It's like no one could really prevent it. No one can really like see it coming. So I feel like this maybe was something where it really wasn't a choice but to hide it, because it was kind of thrust upon them, you know, out of their control. So is this person, hang on a second, Four of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Okay, it could be somebody who really cares about money a lot, or this whole situation has to do with money, possessions, material items, their foundation. Money is a big deal in this situation. Like, it's, I feel like it's not, is this, I mean, you would know if this person is very materialistic or very just cares about money and possessions more than anything else, really kind of, you know, just is very materialistic in that way. Like, that's kind of their thing. Instead of really connecting, it's more about like, how much money do you have, or can you get me a gift, or, you know, like, what do you have to offer me, basically, material wise. So if that's not this person, then I feel like it might be a different person. You know, if it's not your wife, I feel like it could be somebody else, and that could be, you know, having to do with a lot of the vacation aspect of the situation. You know, like somebody else possibly paying for it. And that's kind of the whole thing, you know, like, it's a materialistic kind of thing. Not much weight there, but if she's materialistic, it could, you know, that could be the thing that matters, apparently. So, Queen of Cups, Lovers, and Ace of Wands. Another water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. And Ace of Swords, somebody's not committed to that. Ace of Swords. So there is going to be a time and place for somebody to speak their voice on this. It could be you, you know, depending on what your sign is. This is Gemini as well. This is Gemini right here. So it could be, like if you're, and this is also fire. So I'm saying all the signs here just because if you probably don't know what the signs of these people are. I mean, I shouldn't assume, but it's just, the reason I'm saying that is to know who all these people in this situation are, because you want to know who you are, you want to know who this possible person she's with or people she is with are, and then you want to know who she is in representing in this. So that's why I'm saying all the different signs. So, basically what I think about it is, Queen of Cups is like, this person's nurturing, supportive, but it also could be a water sign person, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And then the Lovers. So we're talking about, like, you know, obviously some Lovers situation here. I don't think it's, you know, there's no other way to really look at the Lovers to me. But it could be talking about you too, because here we're having like somebody who's speaking about something, somebody who has the opportunity to kind of speak their voice on something. Whereas before the Seven of Swords, it was like they're trying not to do that. They're trying not to confront that situation. And then here we have the Ace of Wands too. So it's like somebody will have the opportunity to take action. If this is you, because you're either a water sign person or you're like this supporter here, this is your love relationship. So you're going to want to take action, and you're going to want to give them the opportunity to speak about this. Just know that, you know, this person might not be very committed to being open about it. You know, we do also have the abandonment, Five of Pentacles. It seems like you have an opportunity to kind of get the information you need from them about this. But if you don't take that opportunity, because we can miss opportunities as human beings. We don't have to do these things. You know, we don't have to do anything it's saying here. We have free will. We can choose to do something completely opposite if we wanted to. Just because, you know, so it's, you know, you have to kind of have a sit down with the person. You have to take action and make sure that your voice is heard, your concerns are heard, and then listen. Like, don't speak and then never, like, let them say what they have to say. If they say what they, you know, if they say what's going on, or they speak their voice on it, and you get the truth, then you get the truth. And if not, then, you know, there's nothing you can do to control whether or not they tell you the truth. But here with this Knight of Wands at the end here, this is somebody who's not committed to something, who's, you know, they're going to get over something quick. So I don't know if that's you, kind of like, that wasn't good enough for me, I'm done, or if it's them, not committed to a different person, you know, other than you. I wouldn't say this would be talking about them towards you, because this is something that isn't a long-term thing. This is somebody who, it's like a one-night stand, or it's like somebody who is very passionate right now, but tomorrow they're over it, and you're just confused, like, where'd they even go? Like, that was bullshit, you know? Like, it's fun in the moment, but it's not a long-term thing. So this wouldn't be them towards you. This could be, it wouldn't be you towards them either, actually. But it could, just because this situation. Like, you might be like, that's not good enough for me, and I'm not going to commit myself to even wasting time with this anymore. Like, I already know what I need to know. But I don't see anything specifically about somebody cheating. These things could indicate that, but I think what needs to happen is you need to, like, talk with them about it, because it's saying basically you need to take action and speak your voice and listen to theirs. That's the opportunities that you have here to, you know, kind of get the information you need. Like, this can mean so many different things, and I don't want to put anything in your mind, because that's a very touching situation. That's a very personal situation. It's like all of these things, you know, they indicate something that needs to be said, and something that's probably hiding, something that's not trying to be confronted. And that's why I would say you need to have the talk with this person. Angelic support, though, harmony and perfect flow, it just doesn't sound to me like, you know, something that would be deceitful. Optimism, exploration, and freedom. Independence, bravery, and passion. Spirituality, transcendence, karma, sacrificial service, and healing. Somebody needs to sacrifice something. Is it you who's sacrificing something to keep this going? That's why you need to have this talk with them and tell them exactly what the fuck, you know, tell them that. Speak your words, speak everything, don't hold back. This is what's going on, I'm not okay with it, this is how I'm feeling about it, like, you need to fucking step up. I don't like your lies, I'm not gonna put up with it, like, this is bullshit. If you respect me enough, if you love me enough, then you will respect that and you will do something about that. If not, like, I have to just say goodbye to you, because that's not gonna work for me, you know? I'm not gonna be committed to that, I'm not gonna be committed to something that's not gonna work for me, that's not gonna be considerate of how I feel about it, you know? It's just gonna lie, like, I'm not about it, I'm not down for it. Okay. Oops. Tola. Okay, Tola. I'm a Taurus. I didn't see Taurus in there. She's a Virgo. September 8th, Virgo. Didn't see Virgo either, interestingly enough. Didn't even see, really. Well, we did see the King of Pentacles. She materialistic. Taurus and Virgo. Earth signs. Tola. Okay, yeah, I do see that here. This is Tola on the YouTube page for a reading. Okay. Yes, okay, thank you. So please go ahead and post your question, Tola. And we'll look at that right now. Okay, wait. Okay. I just got offered a job, but I'm waiting for a response. I told them I wanted different hours, but I really want this job. Basically, what is my future in the job area upcoming? Okay. Okay, let's see. Tell me about... Okay, first of all, like, I gotta like this because that was heavy shit right there. That made me very uncomfortable. You know, like, can you feel the tension in here? I can. We just gotta do something about that really quick. Thoughts, my conscious mind, and give me my intuitive mind for these readings. Okay. So this job. Hi, Calming Vibes. Thank you. Tell me about this job opportunity for Tola. What does she need to know? She or he? Well, she, I think, because Tola. Male or female Tola? Just to be sure. Tola wants to know about this job. What information do we have for Tola about this job that she really wants and has applied for? Is there a chance? What do we need to know about what's coming to her, to Tola? In regards to this job. Unexpected. Ace of Wands. You got to take action in some way. So what is up here? Okay. Love the moon because it just basically tells me that we have no idea what you need to do. No, I'm kidding. So basically, this is Pisces energy, by the way, if that's of significance in any way. The Knight of Swords, though, represents, like, this is something that could have come out of the blue. And if it's not, if it's something that totally didn't come out of the blue, like you planned it, then I would say this is something that's going to come out of the blue. Something you don't expect to happen. Something that comes, and it's like with force, too. It's not just like a subtle little, hey, guess what? It's like, boom, it's right there. Kind of like right when you least expected it, you know? Something right around the corner that's going to be happening. This forceful situation that you don't see coming, that you're not ready for. It could be good or bad, you know? We don't really know yet. But it's going to give you an opportunity to take action here with the Ace of Wands, okay? It's going to be requiring that you take action here. The problem is the moon. Now, the moon represents lack of clarity, so we don't really know what that means yet because of the lack of clarity there. So let's go and figure out what that's talking about. Whenever I see the moon, I'm just like, oh, so we don't know. It's all up in the air. You know, there's no clarity here, so we have to figure out what... We kind of have to decode some things. Let's figure this out, though. Okay? So you're going to need to take action in some way. That's what we know. And something that's going to happen here out of the blue. And the world. Okay. So it's like going to be some kind of closing out of a cycle. Maybe a past, like a bad habit, I feel like. Like it's going to be a change in the way that you live, maybe your daily life, we could say. Let's see what else here. What is the moon here for? What is the moon here for, please? What is the moon representing? See, I told you she's annoying. Doo-doo. What is the moon representing here for this situation? And Blackie. Can you get these cats? Because they're super annoying. They're just trying to, like, screw with everything. What's the moon here for, please? Okay. What is the moon here for? Hi, Priya, or Priya, or Priya. What is the moon here for Tola? Okay. You have a lot of options, so you're going to need to take action. Here you go. This is basically what I see with this. So, something out of the blue is going to happen. It could be that you have a couple different options here, like in regards to offers for a job. Or you could have different options in regards to the way that you could go, like, you know, in, like, you know, things that you could go for job related, like different jobs or different positions. Maybe they're going to tell you, okay, you can do these hours or these hours, and you're going to have to, like, choose. Maybe it means, you know, you can do these hours for this position and these hours for this position, and you want that position with the hours that you can't do. You know what I mean? It's like you have different options, and you're going to have to make a decisive decision, and so maybe it's just that you're not really sure which way you want to go with that. But the thing is, it's really highlighting the fact that you have all of these options here. Some of them are not going to work out. Some of them are going to be a bit unrealistic and not able for you to do for whatever reason. You know, it's just not going to be something that you can make happen, you know, with your situation currently. But the Queen of Wands is all about, look, you take action. Like, this is about what you want. This is about what you need. It's, you know, you're handling shit. Like, nothing can stand in your way. Nothing should hold you back here. The only problem is that it might not be a situation that is exactly what you want, but it will be something. You have many options here. I feel like you will get a job, you know, but the thing is, you do have to take action. Like, you have to choose something. You have to be the one to choose, you know, and that may be difficult to make that decision because it's kind of, you know, the different options you have are not exactly, like, there's a little bit of this over here, a little bit of this over there, a little bit of that over there, and it's, you know, you can't have all of those things. You can only have one of them, you know, so it may be kind of difficult to make that decision. But it's up to you to make that decision. You just have to, you know, choose one of them, whichever one you feel like is going to be the best option. And, you know, to you it's unclear what the best option will be. So that's what I'm seeing with that. But I feel like the ball's in your court. Like, you'll have that control. It's really just on deciding which one's best for you. Okay. You're like, yeah, I get it. Yeah. Alright, anything else we need to know here for her, please? Anything else we need to know here for her, please? Yeah, you better make a decision soon, because you could be, you know, overlooked if you do take too long. Like, if you don't choose something soon, they might choose somebody else, you know? I feel like you could be, like, don't take too long in making that decision, you know? One, like, having something is better than nothing. And here again, yeah. I was like, I saw the Two of Wands. Yeah, the Two of Wands is here. So again, that's kind of what I was saying before, like a deliberate decision. I was surprised the Two of Wands wasn't out before, but I still said it. And here it is. Because yeah, it's like, it's really highlighting the fact that you need to be like making a choice, like sooner than later. Like, do not delay on that. And you may feel like, okay, yeah, I get it. But no, like, it's because it's going to be a hard decision to make, because it's not exactly the way that you want it to be. Like, you just, you know, the certain things that they're offering, it's not an easy decision for you to make, but you need to make a decision or you will be overlooked. It seems to me with this, you know, with the spread here. Don't disregard what you want either. Like, it could be that there's something that about one of the positions or the offers that you're like, this one is what I want, but this one is what I need more, you know? And it's saying, like, don't be greedy, but also don't forget that it should be something that you want. It, you know, not completely 100%, but it shouldn't be something that you're miserable doing. Like, you don't have to make that decision. You don't have to do something that's completely dreadful. And you definitely don't have to do something that's going to be toxic to your health or well-being. Because here, with the Devil, it could be something, you know, one of the offers could be something that's really not going to be good for your health. It's really not going to be good for your well-being, because it's just not good. The hours are crazy or whatever. You know, whatever the situation is, you know what that is. You know what that means. So, you know, it's going to be a hard decision. You know, there's so many factors that are weighing in here, that I feel like it's going to be a lot more complicated than I'm even understanding, you know, or you, for that matter, are understanding. So try to, like, go with whatever you feel like is not going to cause problems in your life, you know? You have quite a few options here. Come on. Come on. I feel like you have a few different options here. And also, another thing about the Ace of Wands, it's the opportunity to take action. And I feel like you need to also, like, not let them forget you. Like, when it comes to jobs, that's what I always tell people is, like, don't just sit there and wait. You know what I mean? Like, take action while you're waiting. Do something while you're waiting. Don't just sit there and wait, you know? Because life's moving on. Life's passing by. If you have to call these people up every single day and remind them who you are and what you are trying to do, you're trying to be working with them, then do it. Like, that's what you should do. Like, don't let them forget about you. Don't let them forget what you have to offer and the things you can do and what you need and what you're looking for. And, you know, don't let them, you know, give them no reason to say no. Be motivated, be dedicated, be there. You know what I mean? Don't let them forget who you are. And you'll have even more options, I'm sure, you know? Like, just make yourself known. Don't wait. Don't wait and sit there and just think that, you know, they're gonna come to you. Like, you might have to just annoy them until they go, okay, fine, you know, like, here, you know, like, we'll give you something, just stop calling, you know. Okay. Yeah, don't do something that's going to be detrimental to your well-being, but I feel like you got options. I feel like you need to make yourself known, you know? Yeah, no, definitely. Not maybe, you know? Definitely do that. That's what I would recommend you do for sure. Every single day. Like, the least they could, the worst they could do is say no, you know, but they're not going to do that if you're that motivated. Hey, look, 11 likes and 11 people right now. 11, 11. No job is going to do that if they see you're that motivated to get to working for them, you know? Okay. So I think we are on you, Gaurav. Gaurav. Yeah. Yes, we are on you. So let's see. What is this Cancer person feeling about you today? And you're a Capricorn. What is this Cancer person feeling about you today? And you're a Capricorn. Thank you for patiently waiting, you guys. I appreciate it. And I will get you your readings now. I do appreciate you being the first 3 here and everybody who donated as well. I'm very grateful for you as well. Thank you, you guys, for being here. Thanks for your likes and your subscriptions and your participation. All right, let's get you some answers. So, Gaurav, what does this Cancer person feel for you today? Today, you're a Capricorn. What does this Cancer person feel for Gaurav today? What do we need to know about their energy towards Gaurav, who is a Capricorn? Saturn, feel restricted, experience struggle, learn hard work and patience. Saturn, restrictions, life lessons, delays, obstacles. Okay. And Sextile, a combination of tension and flow, potential and rewarding situation. Okay. This is an aspect, so we have to get another one to compare it to. You know, this is a planet aspecting. What does this Cancer person feel for this Capricorn today? Chiron, hurt and heal. Hurt and heal. The wounded healer. The healed wounder. The wounded healer. Okay, somebody who's been through a lot and also can now help people. The only way that Chiron heals is through helping others with healing. The healing that they need to do, you know? That's how they heal, is through helping others who need healing. So hurt and heal. Going through a lot and helping others who are going through a lot. That's the energy of that card. So Saturn, and Saturn too being here. It's almost karmic. It's almost like this is your, you know, like you being in their life is for a reason, and that reason is to heal karma, you know, close out karma, maybe create karma, but I feel like this is definitely something that is meant. And it doesn't mean you guys necessarily will be together, but it's just, you know, it's Saturn, you know, it's lessons, it's shit that you're gonna learn from each other. And I feel like if we're talking about her feelings for you today, she maybe needs to talk to you about something or needs your support in some way. But Saturn isn't really supportive as like the King of and Queen of Cups or something. It's not nurturing, you know. It's like tough love. It's like, you know, it's not really lovey-dovey. It's kind of just like you need to, you know, tell it how it is, and they need to learn the hard way sometimes. But what they learn is, you know, experience struggle, but what they learn is hard work and patience. Aries, independence, bravery, and passion. Maybe what you're, you know, gonna help this person with is coming out of their shell, asserting themselves more, not being afraid, not having irrational fears. It's kind of like you're a big brother or something, energy, you know, like a person who has more experience than her, like she respects that for some reason, or you're able to just provide some kind of like, I wouldn't say, you know, like a comfort necessarily, but it's like a, like you just, like you have a wisdom or something that they need to kind of, that you should share with them. And that is a comfort, but it's not like a comfort right now. It's just a comfort in the knowledge of that everything's going to be okay because you would know. You know, like you have things to tell them that they don't know or understand. That would kind of help them understand things better and feel better because of that. So,
Thanks, you guys. Oh, wow. No, Trishna, you did not miss your turn. Jada Kate, my moderator, goes, if you hear a snoring sound, that's a dog in the background. How'd you know? That's fucking awesome that you know that. That's cool. I like that. That's awesome. Fuck yeah. This is true. Okay, so what else do we need to know about how she's feeling about him today? House 4. Cultural, family roots, home, peace, and comfort. Like I said, you know, it feels karmic. It feels like past life shit. Like, if that's what you believe in. If you don't, you know, no worries. It's just this energy of, like, something deeper than just now. Something deeper than just, like, this, like, you guys don't really know each other. Like, that might be the case, but it feels like it feels like a close family friend, you know? It feels like somebody you've known before, and that's where the whole past life thing comes in. It's like, it's almost, you know, it's like you guys have there's a reason. Something needs to be closed out. Something needs to be learned to help you evolve or completed. And I know that sounds kind of, you're a Capricorn, so I don't know how, I mean, you are here, so I guess maybe you're open to these ideas, but it feels deeper than just, like, you know, if you don't know them that well, there's a reason that you guys are in each other's lives. But this person obviously feels like they need some kind of information from you. Like some kind of support in some way, but not like lovey-dovey support. Like it's like just a wisdom. Move forward and defend self. So you remember what I was saying about asserting themselves and coming out of their shell? And that's actually Aries here is ruled by Mars too. So maybe it has something to do with their family. Because family, home roots, cultural and family roots, home, peace, and comfort. Like they need to be able to feel safe. They don't. They need some kind of ability to, they need to come out of their shell or assert themselves. Independence, bravery, and passion. Maybe you can show them how to be stronger. What's interesting too is Saturn rules Capricorn. So that's how that's you, like, for sure. Saturn rules Capricorn. So remember, feel restricted, experience struggle, learn hard work and patience. It might even be hard to get this, like, even if you're that person to offer that to this person, like, and they need that from you, I feel like, you know, they might not even know that. They might push it away. It might be a hard time to, like, actually get them to listen to what you're saying or hear you out or, like, understand that you know what you're talking about, you know? That is so crazy. House 10. That's the Capricorn house, too. Structure, discipline, life mission, accomplishments, and career. So this could be something where it's like, you know, you're going to help this person to evolve. And that's pretty cool. Like, it's definitely deeper than just acquaintances. But it's not even like it could be life mission, you know? It could be something that you guys don't even know or are aware of how deep the connection is or how deep it could be. Like, how much you're going to learn from each other or really her from you more. I mean, you're going to learn from it too, but I would say that she's more going to learn something from you. I don't think you're going anywhere in her life. It seems like this is going to be a long-term either friendship. Honestly, I don't feel like it's relationship, like romantic relationship, just because it seems like there's a deeper, like, meaning for you guys to be in each other's lives, and it's not about your, like, romantic feelings. It just doesn't. That to me would seem like it would end quicker. Like, this can't end quickly because there's a reason for this. It's deeper than just your guys' like feelings for each other. It's almost like it's not about your feelings for each other. It's about, you know, learning the lesson you need to learn so you can grow, which is a lot deeper than just your feelings. It's like karma, you know? Intuition, trust, patience, spirituality, and receptivity. Yin. intuition, trust, patience, spirituality, and receptivity. I feel like you guys are going to be in each other's lives for a long time, like, or however long it takes for this lesson or this growth to happen. You guys might be friends forever. But I don't know about romance, you know? It seems like it's not necessarily about a love affair. So even if she doesn't realize that, maybe you know, I feel like it's kind of like she needs the wisdom that you have, but she doesn't know you have it yet, right? So you're gonna have to make that known in some way, but it could be difficult at first for her to really be open to that idea. And I feel like what you should do is just be around her more and be able to kind of speak what you believe on things. Like, if you can get her alone, that'd be great, because then maybe she could hear you out. It wouldn't be like this thing where it's like in front of people. I don't want to talk about personal things like that. That's kind of deep, you know, but a Cancer needs to feel that security and that safety. And if you open up in a way and you make them feel like you care genuinely, then there's no reason that they should be afraid. You know, like, I shouldn't say that. Everyone's different, but I feel like that's the best way to kind of approach the situation, you know, is to be genuine and private, you know, keep things private and not in front of, you know, everybody, because that's some people don't like to open up in front of everybody, you know, about their deepest shit. Try to just be like a voice of wisdom, a voice of reason in their life. You know, try to be receptive to whatever it is that they're feeling at the moment, if it's a good time or not to be talking about that, or, you know, like, use your intuition and feel it out. What do they need right now from you? Like, if you truly care. It's, you know, it's not like it's easy. It's probably a lot of work to do all that, but that's what I feel like the situation is. Satisfy emotional needs, nurture self and others. The moon. So, thanks, Gurov. You as well. Thank you. Stay blessed. Okay. Who is next? There was already... Oh, Trishna, that's right. Trishna, are you still here, Trishna? Let me see, where's your question at? Victor.
What? This number?
Mm-mm.
What's that?
Okay, perfect. So Trishna wants to know, and yes, Shining Star, I'll be doing you right after. So I am fine, thanks Trishna. I hope you are as well. Do you see me getting committed anytime soon? Okay. All right. What do we need to know about Trishna getting committed or having a commitment, being attached to somebody, a love relationship? What do we need to know? House 11, friends, like-minded groups, and humanitarian beliefs. You can meet this person while, working, supporting a cause or doing something, with a group of people that is basically, who are like you. You guys have the same beliefs and things like that, things that you're going toward, and just, your friend community, you could meet this person. Or it's saying become friends first, right? And water, spirituality, emotion, intuition, and compassion. So again, it's talking, kind of highlighting that whole compassionate side, like that emotional, if it is a humanitarian belief or a like-minded group, a charity possibly, something for the community. It's House of Aquarius, so Aquarius is very much like that. They're into groups and causes that are going to make the world a better place, and so it could really, have a lot of, you have a broad, area to, you can meet this person doing many different things. But basically, it'd be like something of your friend group, I feel like. But you guys, it's a compassionate thing. It's like a bond that you have, that you share, that, maybe you meet them because of this bond, that you guys share this like-minded, topic or belief or cause, you know what I mean? You know what I mean. So, that's how you meet this person. It's like you guys share that. And nurture, comfort, and protection. Yeah, it could really be something where you guys are nurturing people or providing support to them in some way. Cancer is very much nurturing and supportive, and they care about the security. They're good at protecting others, and nurturing others. So it's a bond that's very compassionate, but it's kind of focused outwardly. It's kind of focused on, the cause that you guys are a part of, or the people in the world. It's not really like talking about like your guys's, like between you. Venus, give and receive love, find value and see beauty. So that is the planet of love right there, Venus. Give and receive love, find value and see beauty. That is interesting. So partially I feel like it's kind of not necessarily saying that you're going to find your love in this situation. Like it could just be saying, it's saying give and receive love. First of all, that's what you're doing. You're going to be giving and receiving, compassion, and you're there, you're protecting people. It's an emotional, it's a deep, thing. It's sensitive, it's protection, it's nurturing, it's support, you know what I mean? So it's like you're for a cause or for people who need it, you're being there for people, and it's saying, find value and see beauty. Like it's see the beauty in what you're doing and in other people. Like you don't really necessarily, it kind of almost seems like it's saying stop looking for somebody to fulfill you or make you feel valuable or make you feel full. The work you do for other people could be just that. It could be enough to provide that for you, or maybe that's what you need to do before you get into a connection, because any connection you get into right now would be unhealthy, because you don't exactly have, not that you don't have, but it's like you're the wholeness, within you could be better. Like you could be that sounds weird, but if you got with another person right now, if you were connected to another person right now, it might just, it would be unhealthy, and it probably wouldn't last, because you're not coming from a place of wholeness and complete security within yourself. But if you do this work and you have, spend time with people that are like-minded, and you really find yourself and your gifts and your ability to kind of give to others and see the value in that and learn from that and see the beauty within other people, that you don't need another person, to feel that. So it could be kind of saying that that's what you need to do before you get into a relationship. Like, see the beauty in that rather than needing another person to kind of give that to you. Satisfy emotional needs, nurture self and others. This is definitely talking about you supporting other people or giving compassion, satisfying emotional needs. So it's like, I feel like there's just part of you that isn't found yet. Like, you don't really know what it is that you need emotionally. And until you do, like, I feel like these are some lessons you need to learn first. It's not saying you're not gonna be in a relationship, though, because you definitely can do anything you want. The thing is, though, I feel like any relationship you start before any of this is, played out, any of this is completed, I feel like any relationship you get in before that won't last, and won't be healthy. Will be based off of like codependency, or basically your need to feel loved by another person, but really you don't need that. It's just that you're not there yet in your wholeness, and you're not alone in that. It's not like it's just, you're just the only one, it's like, this is a normal thing for people. I feel like it takes a lot of work, and I'm not all there yet, completely. It's not like it's just like you have problems, and, I'm just saying, like, you could probably have a relationship. I just don't think it would be one that is, maybe it wouldn't even be very committed. I mean, maybe you'd have problems in commitment. It just seems like you need to work on, like, how you're seeing yourself and others. Like, you need to, like, be able to not need somebody. You know what I mean? Like, to be with somebody and have it be a healthy, committed thing. Mars, move forward and defend itself. Fixed, stability, persistence, loyalty, and dependability. See? Kind of what I was just saying. In codependency, it's like, if you don't have that, the stability, persistence, loyalty, and dependability, and you're not going to receive that, it's going to be like lacking. You're going to be constantly thirsty for that and needing that from somebody else if you don't have that already within yourself. So it's like, move forward and defend self. I feel like there's just things that you need to learn first about yourself, and you need to get stronger in regards to, like, not needing a person, and that's the best chance you have about having a healthy connection. And yeah, you could definitely have a connection before all of this work is done, because let's face it, it's probably going to take years and a lot of things for you to realize, for you to be able to have that within yourself. I don't think it's easy for anyone to get to that place of complete security on your own and not needing another person to feel loved, valued, not needing another person in general. But definitely there's a lot of work I feel like you need to do for others. Like, not just, but it says, remember, satisfy emotional needs, nurture self and others. It's like, there's like things you need to see still, like things you need to, like, if you give to other people who are in need, it could help open your eyes a lot to, what you have, and seeing the value in life, and that you can help these people. Like, it would really kind of help you to just feel like you have a purpose almost, and it's not just these things that we do every day and think like, oh, I need this, I need that, and we're just running around trying to get our needs met, and we're kind of focused on the wrong shit, you know what I mean? Like, if we could just see other people's lives and how it's different from ours, and how, and be grateful for the things we have and stuff, like, things along those lines, we really wouldn't feel like we need that much anymore. It's like, once we see all that we have and we see that we can offer that to other people who need it, and that feels good, it kind of provides that, like, you don't really feel so needy anymore, because you see how much you do have. This is, again, satisfy emotional needs, nurture self and others. So let's see if there is anybody coming in now. Is there anybody coming in? Can we see any zodiac signs coming in for Trishna? Anybody who may be coming in this year, 2022, in a love situation, offering love to her, or her having feelings for, or them having be committed. What's the energy of this connection? What do we need to know about it? Would it be short-lived or not? Be short-lived or long-term? 2022 conclusion. Any signs or indications? Okay, well, first of all, it says it's going to take some patience and some, waiting. And look, too, he's waiting for that garden to grow. He's waiting for it to blossom and grow. So it's interesting how, like, you're kind of also going to have to wait a little while and be patient while you grow, while you blossom. But also, this is the Aries card, the Emperor. So it's like, you're going to have a lot on your plate, but also assert yourself, defend yourself. Remember, defend yourself. Move forward and defend self, take action. It's responsibility, and like you have a responsibility to take here. It's like, your own growth, basically, so that you give yourself a better chance of being in a healthy connection. You have to be there for yourself and have that wholeness so that you can give yourself that better chance to actually have a healthy relationship. Like, it does take work from you too. It's not just finding the right person, you know what I mean? Because part of finding the right person has to do with you knowing what's right for you and what's healthy, and wanting it, like not needing a person, but just wanting to add to another person's life, and them adding to yours, and you guys are both whole. Easier said than done, but it is possible, and that's what you should do. I mean, so you're watching here, waiting for yourself to grow, watching as you grow and blossom and evolve. And the Emperor, so I mean, it could be an Aries person as well. I asked for a sign, a zodiac sign. It could be an Aries person that, eventually comes through. It could be this year that happens, but I still feel like that wouldn't be the one, you know what I mean? Like, because you're not there yet in your growth. But let's see. What's the essence of this relationship if it is? Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's funny because it would be an impulsive decision. But that's Aries for you, it would be an impulsive thing, or like acting without thinking. Like, maybe you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna go for it, and it could be somebody older than you too, or somebody who is from your past that you've known for a while. Right here, it could be like a family friend or someone you've known a long time. Aries is what I'm getting, though. Possibly. That's the only sign I got right there. Let's see, anything else we need to know about any connections this year? Any connections this year for Trishna? Any connections this year for Trishna, please? Cancer. Another thing too, you could get a text from this person. I feel like it's somebody you already know. Maybe you have a history with. Maybe you never had a history like that with, or maybe you did. But the thing about it is there's something that can't be let go. That's how I know or that's why I feel like it's somebody that you have a history with somewhat. Not necessarily a romantic history, but somebody's coming towards you. It could be a Cancer person. You could get a text message, and a visitation. And it's somebody who probably wants you to take responsibility for something, or maybe they're going to take responsibility for hurting you in some way, or some kind of thing that happened that they can't let go of and that you can't let go of. You see they're putting their one foot forward and the other foot is set firmly in the past, like it's holding them back. But somebody is coming towards you. It says, maybe it is romantic, because that's what we're asking about. So it seems like this is probably a person that you haven't dealt with romantically before. Oh, but you still have a history with them. Maybe it's a friendship, something happened between you, and now they're trying to resolve it. The Ace of Cups is about opportunity and potential for, an abundance of emotion. And that could be love, that could be affection, that could be support. Again. So yeah, I feel like you will have a relationship this year, but, try to work on yourself and try to find people that are like you. Give back and give to others that need it. Be of support to some people. Charities, groups, causes. You need to see the world and see the different people that are in need of assistance, and then that will help you to become more whole, is what I'm feeling for that. Like, you need to be around people that are like you and giving back, because that helps you to feel whole. And then you don't have this issue, like with needing a person or really wanting to be committed, because it'll just happen when it's supposed to. You won't feel such a need for it, because you'll already have it, you know, within yourself. Thank you. Hi, Goodman. Hell yeah, Tola. Right on. Good for you. I'm so happy for you. That's awesome. Hell yeah. Yeah. Cool. Tola said, hey, I just took your feedback and called that job, and they said I got it, and they adjusted my hours. Thank God I called you. So much for that feedback. Thank you so much for that feedback. I think it genuinely made a difference. Well, I'm so happy for you. That's awesome. Yeah, fuck yeah. Okay. No problem, Trishna. Okay. Yeah. A healthy relationship is what we all need. Yeah, but I think it's more important for you to have a healthy relationship with yourself, you know? First. You know? Shining Star. And Melody, yes, I remembered. Yes, I could still take you. Let me do Shining Star. And then we will do Melody, okay? Shining Star. Thanks for your likes, you guys. I appreciate it. So, current feelings of K for Shining Star. Current feelings of K. Hey, Goodman. I was trying to get a reading from you last time, but I think I caught you too late. But if you have your cards with you, I'd really appreciate your guidance on an issue. Any quick messages, if you have any. I'd love to give you a reading in return. If you could do that, that'd be awesome. Okay, so feelings of K towards Shining Star currently. Three of Swords and Nine of Pentacles. So there is somebody who's hurt, definitely heartbroken, feeling a loss, feeling hurt, and like when it comes to this person, it feels very heavy, and it feels like there's still unresolved issues and hurt. Like somebody still feels hurt by the person. You know, whatever hurt happened, they just, or whatever loss, you know, they feel pain or some kind of like injustice, maybe some kind of like just a heart, you know, it hurts, you know, they're hurt by the person. And you know, something about somebody who can provide for themselves and others. There's something about security here. Also 10 of Cups and 5 of Wands. So it was a dumb argument. You know, I feel like there's a dumb little argument, or there's some tension. Like there's just some tension here currently, and it's unnecessary. It's really kind of immature. It's petty. You know, it's not really needed. It's not a big issue that needs to be, you know, it needs to be addressed and just handled. 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, something about security here. Something about foundation, you know, saving money. Like I feel like maybe there was like a roommate situation or like home life situation here. There was like something about security or money. Something that makes, like something about, you know, your security, your foundation, your living situation, or your, you know, your money. And okay, Death and 4 of Swords. Okay, interesting, because the Death card usually means temporary, or means drastic change or an ending, right? And then the 4 of Swords actually means a temporary break. So I feel like this Death card here, it could be Scorpio, for one, but it could also represent you know, a drastic change, because maybe it felt like it was going to be the end, like you guys were not going to be cool anymore at all. But the Four Swords reinforces the idea that it is temporary. You know, Four Swords to me always represents temporary ending, not permanent. So even if it felt permanent at the time, it's not going to be permanent. You know, you guys will come back together at some point. You know, it's not just like, and I don't know if you're going to resolve things, but it's, you know, you're taking a break from each other, but it'll come back at some point. Or, you know, you're making distance and getting your head together, like taking a rest from the situation, but it's not going to be forever like that. It's not like you're never going to see them again. The Death card, though, does mean that things have changed, and there's a drastic change here that's occurred through the situation. So it looks like you guys are going to be, you know, it's only temporary though, but the person's hurt still, and there's some tension, but it's retarded, it's not needed, it's unnecessary, it's really just petty. You know, it's kind of like something that's really not all that is important as you guys are making it out to be, you know? Like, if I can say that, it's there's tension, but it can be resolved if you guys really want it to be, you know? Anything else we need to know about this? How Kay feels about Shining Star today. The Tower. So a lot here is going to change. When I said drastic change, that was not a joke. You guys aren't, like, there's so much that's going to change in your guys' lives. And maybe it's just your relationship in general, whatever the connection is. It's like, you know, things are going to change in a huge way, and you guys might not see each other for a while, you know, because of that big transformation, like you guys are both going to be going through and within your connection. So a lot of changes are going to happen here. It might be ugly at first, you know, it might not be really all that pleasant, but and we'll see if you can withstand on the other side of the tower, you know, like not everyone can. But what is the main energy we get after the tower? You know, after the sun comes back out and the tower is being rebuilt, we start to see the foundation, you know, being built again. Do we see them? What's the energy between them? After we see the tower is completed and life is being renewed and restored, what do we see between them? Six of Wands. Okay. So, you know, there's some support there. There's some support. It's kind of out of the blue. So what do we see after the tower? We see, I just feel like a lot of support, but also people who, like a few haters. So when we saw the Five of Wands, you know, that represents, like there's more than one person involved in this situation where there's a bit of tension. So that's probably why this is coming out. You know, the Six of Wands is like people are cheering you on, but at the same time there's a few haters there too. Like some people are supportive, but there's some people who aren't. I would say more people are supportive than not, whatever that means. I'm not really sure why that would matter. Like maybe some people are gonna, you know, go their separate ways. And I almost feel like the people who are not really, like, the people who are not supportive aren't really known because they're all seeming supportive. But behind closed doors, there's a few people who really aren't being supportive and they're actually hating on the situation for some reason. Like they're like hidden enemies in a way, you know? Because the Six of Wands, if you guys remember, the reason I'm saying that, I'll show you really quick. It's kind of hard to show you in the Cat Tarot. It doesn't exactly show it the way that I'm describing it. So you see these people around cheering him on, but then there's a few people back here that are kind of like looking like they're not too happy with the situation. So it's like they're all surrounding him, cheering him on, they're supportive, you know, they're around him, but a few of them are kind of like not about the situation, you know, they're kind of like quietly having differences and they're not making it known. So it's kind of like that energy of like some people are going to be okay with the change and some people aren't, but you won't really know who they are because they're going to keep it to themselves. Like there's still that tension there in a way, but it seems resolved. So I mean, it feels resolved, but there's just so like I feel like there's just petty drama there still. Like there's more than one person involved in that situation, I think, that are influencing the situation. Okay. Melody. What do I need to know about me and my baby's father? E, why would he cheat on me? Okay. Interesting question. Because that's, I mean, we can see what the cards say, but, like, if you're kind of referring to, like, why, like, it's something that you did wrong or something, or, like, that it's your fault, like, some people, it's not always, you know, a question that can really be answered like that. You know what I mean? Like there's not really an answer probably for that, but let's see what comes out here. What do you need to know about that situation? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's not just like a straightforward answer to that. Like, it's because of this. You know, there's like so many factors why that would happen. But what do I need to know about me and my baby's father, E? What do I need to know? What does she need to know here, Melody? What does she need to know about baby's father, E? Okay, we have Virgo energy here. Self-reflection is needed. Isolation is needed. It could even be saying that you have the answers to this. Like, you can answer this question yourself if you take the time to, you know, sit with yourself and your thoughts for a minute. And that sounds kind of weird, but what I mean is, like, literally, you know, I don't know if you ever do that. For some people, it's really hard to, like, just sit with yourself in quiet, isolate for a few days or hours, however long it takes, until you can, like, hear what you're actually, you know, answers to your, you know things that, you know, you can tell yourself. It's just that we have so much going on, we're running around, we're asking other people for their advice, and it's like we don't hear ourselves. Like, you know, you feel like something's going on, it's like, but you don't listen to yourself about it, you know? You just discount, you kind of like dismiss yourself and think like, okay, that's, you know, whatever, I'm just thinking that. But it's like, you know, you kind of know certain things if you would just listen to yourself a little bit, right? So, yeah, intuition, your gut, you know. So let's see what else. Also here, somebody's working very hard on something. It could be something of, you know, greed, you know, maybe that's what they're wanting out of this. Like, understand, like, they need to well, they don't need to self-reflect, but they need to understand that this is a greed thing, and it's completely it's not deserved, basically. It's not something that they really deserve. It's something that they're wanting that really isn't theirs to have, you know. Maybe wanting their cake and eating it too. Like, has he been working a lot? Have you seen much of him? Has he been very busy, like, with things? What is the Nine of Cups here for? The Star and the Eight of Swords. So I actually see this as a good thing with the Eight of Swords, because it's like, if you're feeling stuck in any way, if you're feeling like you're trapped in this situation, you can't get out of it because, you know, he's the father of your child. It's like, you feel like you can't just, like, leave, or you can't, like, tell him off, or, you know, find out what you need to find out. You can't assert yourself or do what you need to do to feel better about it. That's not true. That's something that you are thinking, but it's not the actual situation. Like, you can decide to walk away from it at any time that you want. Like, anytime that you feel like this is bullshit, but you don't because of, you know, obvious reasons. That makes sense, but it's just that you can, okay? It's really just your own thoughts preventing you from actually doing it. But the star here makes me feel like, first of all, that's Aquarius. If you know that, if that can be applied to your situation, then go ahead. If not, then it just represents like there's hope and there's faith. There's a good chance, you know. And I feel like that good chance is talking about you feeling trapped or you feeling like you can't get out. I feel like you will be able to, you know, it's even more saying like you just need to realize that you can, and that's all it really takes to get out. And of course, when it comes to like dealing with your own foundation and your situation, you know, if it's stable or not, like providing for your child and having a home to live in and having your own security, like it's saying hang on to your money, like hang on to your security that you do have. Don't just throw it away, and don't give it up and feel stuck and just feel like you have to give it up to somebody who isn't going to make you feel safe, you know. Like you have to keep it for yourself, and you know, especially being, you know, a parent. It's like it doesn't matter if this person ends up leaving, like you still have a duty to this child. And if being with this person means you have to give this up, it's not worth it, because then your child's going to suffer, and that's what you know, like that's what you know. Is it going to screw with your foundation? Because that person's being greedy, and they're thinking of themselves and what they want out of it. So you kind of have to do the same thing. But in this regard, it wouldn't be selfish. It wouldn't be greed. It would be smart. You know, it'd be, because that's what you deserve, is your own security. But you only deserve it if you like know you deserve it. Like, you know, it's almost, he doesn't know that he doesn't deserve whatever it is he's after that he's greedy for, and you don't know that you deserve to have security. So it's like these things, it's clashing. You know, like you need to realize that but it is up to you to make sure that you have that security. You know, it's not up to him to treat you right. It's up to you to either accept foul treatment, mistreatment, and lack of security, or it's, you know, and it's up to you to give yourself that security and maintain it, and walk away from people who are going to restrict you from it. No matter what, you know, that's your responsibility. But I feel like there's a good chance that you will be recognizing that, you know, that you aren't stuck, literally. Yeah, this is you. As the, you know, she's kind of lonely, Queen of Pentacles. But that's just because, you know, she has her shit together. She has to be working and keeping it together. And sometimes you don't have a social life when that happens, or you don't have too many people around because you're so busy or focused on this pentacle here that she's holding. But that's security and that's stability right there. And she's alone, so I feel like you probably feel alone, or that could be you who is alone doing that, but still you have your security. You know, like you think that he is your security, but he's not. Especially not right now. Like in this situation, it's like you're not feeling secure, you know, you're not feeling like you have your security, like you have much control. So interesting. Well, we do see that selfishness. I mean, along with what they've said to you, that person, that reader, the selfishness thing, that wanting their cake and eating it too, the Nine of Cups, I mean, it could be. I wouldn't go ahead and just say that necessarily, but you know, obviously they had different insights than I did. But I mean, that kind of goes along. That would make sense with that. I didn't specifically see that, but I just didn't really specifically see anything except that they are thinking of themselves, you know, and being greedy and thinking they deserve something that they don't deserve. Like the entitlement to be able to just do that and it's okay. That could be what it is, you know, possibly. But I would just say, you know, if you're already feeling like you're not safe and you don't have a foundation with that person, then yeah, why take them back, especially with a child? Even though it is the father, it's, if you don't have security with the person, you'd have to give up your own security to be with that person, then it's a no-brainer. You know what I mean? Like, don't give that up at all. No problem, Melody. Nicole, yes. I can give you a general. Nicole, what does Nicole need to know, please? South Node, destined to release. South Node, destined to release. Do you guys have your birth times together yet? Do you guys find out your birth times? Because I'm going to be doing some astrology in a couple months, I think, on this channel. We're going to look at birth charts live and look up different aspects and talk about them. It's going to be really fun. So learn your birth times, because this is, you can know your South Node without your birth time, though, actually. So this is what you're destined to release, okay? What is this about? Yang, proactivity, expression, doing and forward motion. And fixed, stability, persistence, loyalty, and dependability. So it's interesting because these things aren't bad things, and why would you want to release these things? But since I know a little bit more about astrology, I could say from what it is, you know, yang and fixed, if you're destined to release these things, it would be more talking about you're destined to release some kind of like stubbornness, or some kind of like very narrow-mindedness, or some kind of like when you're focused on something, you go all the way, like nothing can, like to be more open-minded is what you're probably destined to have here. In because destined to release is South Node, your past life, and destined, like what you've come onto this earth with from your past lives, the energy, the traits, and the tendencies. And your North Node is what you're destined to have and evolve into and move towards, you know, those kinds of, that way of being. So it could be that you're destined to release your impulsivity, you know, your ability to act but without thinking, like not being patient and not being like methodical, but being more just a doer, like kind of, you know, hasty decision making. And fixed. So if we're talking about like yang, I just feel like it could be fire or air is yang. Okay, so Aries, Leo, Sag, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. And fixed, the fixed air sign is Aquarius, and the fixed fire sign is Leo. So you could have a South Node Leo or a South Node Aquarius. Do you know what your South Node is? Do you know what I'm talking about, Nicole? My South Node is Gemini. Okay. Well, it is air, yang, but fixed. Your South Node is Gemini. Either way, it wouldn't be a fixed. So, so with the fixed, then it could be saying destined to release, and then maybe this is what you're destined to have. Fixed, because Gemini South Node, they're kind of in need of that stability, persistence, loyalty, and dependability. Not that they're not dependable, but they're just kind of, you know, they're air and they're all over the place. Like they're not going to be fixed in one place, you know, with the Gemini. It's like they're not going to be, I mean, they can be stable, they can be persistent, but they're not going to be persistent too long because they're already onto something else. You know, very airy, very lighthearted, not very deep and connected to something. So when we're talking about Sagittarius North Node, stability, persistence, loyalty, and dependability. Give us another one for this. Destined to release. Chiron, hurt and heal. Hurt and heal. Yeah, there's karma. But I mean, obviously everyone has karma. I just don't really know destined to have. There it is. I've never really had North and South Node come out in the same reading before. That's funny. So this is truly a thing we're talking about here, South and North Node. Have you looked into that at all for yourself? Because that's probably what you should do. to understand this better, you know, to understand what it's telling you to release fixed. Because Gemini South Node is very, like, they're very focused on, like, in your past lives, you've been very focused on, like, the facts. What is correct? Like, what is true? Like, science, you know, like, only seeing proof of it. So now it's like you're constantly trying to get the information, you know, and it's sometimes you're going to fuck yourself over that in that way because you're not always going to get the information that you're looking for. And so you might kind of try to mold yourself to be what people want. Like, I've read about this before. I have a book about South Nodes in Sagittarius South or North Node and Gemini South Node, obviously. But here, let's do that really quick. I want to show you this because it's very cool. It's very good information. It's very cool. This book is very cool. Okay, you guys should get it. I highly recommend it. Okay. It got a little bit wet, but Astrology for the Soul, it's about North and South Nodes by Jan Spiller. Okay. North Node in Sag. This is you, girl. Should we look at the South? Well, does it talk about South Node? Just North Node. It'll talk about. Well, yeah, it talks about both, but this is mainly about. So, okay. Okay, so basically, I'm just going to kind of give you a little rundown of this. In the beginning here, it'll show, like, it shows attributes to develop, and what that's talking about is your North Node in Sag. Like, these are attributes that would be best for you to develop in this lifetime. This is kind of, you know, might be kind of personal, but first I'm going to do the tendencies to leave behind. This is more talking about your South Node in Gemini, these things that you've brought here kind of into this life from your past lives of being a Gemini or having Gemini tendencies. And so these are tendencies that would be best for you to leave behind this time around. It says working to reduce the influence of these tendencies can help make life easier and more enjoyable. Second guessing what others are thinking, indecisiveness, perpetually seeking more information, saying what others want to hear, invalidating intuitive knowing with logic, gossiping, impatience or wanting immediate answers, and trusting others' perceptions instead of one's own, including others' perceptions about oneself. Okay, those are the things to leave behind with that Gemini in you. Okay, and the things to, the attributes to develop, it says work in these areas can help uncover hidden gifts and talents. Reliance on intuition, prophetic abilities, and invisible guidance. Speaking from higher consciousness, spontaneity, developing a sense of freedom and adventure, direct communication free from censorship,
trusting oneself, spending time alone and in nature, patience, and intuitive listening, hearing the meaning behind the words. Okay, that's just a little rundown of what that means for you. Okay, Nicole? That's South Node Gemini and North Node Sag. Yeah. That's cool. I'm glad you're learning about that because that's very cool. It's, you know, it's good information. This is a really good book. You should seriously get it because it kind of goes deep into North Nodes. That's what it's about. So that's what it's about. Yeah, no problem. Feisty. When were you going to tell me you donated again? Where is Feisty? Is she here still? Feisty donated again and she didn't tell me. Oh, you okay? Because I was like, what? You can find out your south and north nodes by looking up your birth chart. I recommend AstroSeek. That's the site that I use a lot, mostly for astrology stuff. Like, I love that website. It just gives you so much information. But to you, it might be a little much to, you know, that it might be kind of confusing. And kind of like a lot of information that you don't really need right now, like, because you don't know what it means. But, like, you know, you can find out there. You don't need to know your birth time to know your south and north nodes, but knowing your birth time gives you a lot more information about everything in your chart. So, gives you the house placements, you know, your ascendant, which is important. Well, everything's important, but if you don't have your birth time, you won't be able to know your house placements, and you won't be able to know your ascendant, or your descendant, or your midheaven, or your nadir, for that matter. Which are the angles of the chart, and they're very important too. Of course, yeah, I think I'm going to be doing astrology stuff in a couple months. I haven't really figured out how I'm going to integrate it into the channel, but I think it'd be really fun. I mean, I love astrology stuff, so, like, it's so interesting, and I just feel like that'd be a really cool thing to be able to do. Like, that's my passion.
So I don't know how we're gonna do that. If you guys have any ideas, like throw them at me. I'm so open to knowing like what you think would be a good idea and how to integrate it into the channel, like how we can do birth charts live and, you know, talk about, you know, maybe even transits and like what's happening today in, you know, in regards to according to your planets and the aspects they're making to other planets. I mean, it goes deep. This stuff's interesting. This book is really, really cool too. Planets in transit. Like well, not every day, but, you know, the planets move around, you know, and they mean different things when they, you know, have different connections with other planets. Like different things that you know are gonna happen. Like you see happening based on the energies around you. It's just really cool. So, S. Okay, Feisty, did you want to go first or did you want to go after S? And thank you, by the way, S and Feisty. Okay, Feisty. I have paid for a personal trainer so I can start working out and get my body together. But I'm second guessing my trainer, so was it a good thing to get one? Like, am I going to see results in my workout? Okay, let's see the energy of this person. Kind of trying to decide which one would be best for this. Give me the energy of this trainer that she has. Are they legit? Are they the real deal? You guys, I was able to come back on the stream somehow. I've never had that situation before, but I'm so glad. Did it let me? Yeah, it asked me to resume. If I wanted to resume where I left off, I'm like, yes? It's never let me do that before, so thank God. Because, yeah, that was just inconvenient. Okay. So first of all, Feisty, we see something about you, like, leaving, making distance, or them making distance. This is the energy of your trainer, so, I mean, let's just see what the energy is. Let's see what the rest of the cards have to say, okay? Just doing some incense here. Right. Okay. Yeah, I would never just leave you guys like that. Like, after making a donation, that's, like, yeah, that wouldn't dream of that. Okay. Okay. I'm just removing the messages I put before just so that people coming in here don't see that and think that that's still a thing. Okay. 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 Can you guys hear me okay? Yeah, you can. Okay. So. Tell me about Feisty's trainer. If this is a good person for her to be training with. Or if this is a waste of time. Tell me what we need to know about her personal trainer here. Her new personal trainer. What do we need to know about this person? Are they legit? Should she stay with this person? Making a deliberate decision to walk away, I think. Okay. Alright, so at the bottom of the deck, we do have somebody who is not committed to something, okay? Passionate is about it at first, but loses that passion or interest due to like boredom, I would say. You know, they just lose they just get over it quickly. It could be you. I mean, I don't know. You know, a lot of people kind of get over their workout, you know, their routine, like they don't stay committed to it. It could be that, but I feel like, you know, this is at the bottom of the deck, not committed to something. This could be a few things, so let's look at this. First of all, we do see, you know, energy of them is like leaving and making a deliberate decision. It feels good though, which is what's interesting. Or realizations is probably actually what that is, because then it's headed towards someone who's not committed to it. So, you know, this could just be you having doubts about them. But I don't know if there's, you know, what are the doubts that need to, you know? Because I feel like this is like after the fact. Like somebody, you know, has this realization, right? And then they're not committed to it. But, so. What is the Nine of Swords here for? Okay. Something happens out of the blue. You don't really expect it to happen. Or maybe this is something you're doing and they don't expect it to happen. But what are her doubts about her trainer? Are they justified? Are they valid? Is this something she needs to worry about? I'm sorry. These are all over the place right now. It says something about money and that you know, so possibly that it's, you know, it's kind of expensive and you really don't, like, with the Ten of Pentacles here and then the High Priestess, I feel like it's saying that it's like, you know, it affects your money situation and you know that it's not needed or something, you know, because the High Priestess is like, intuitively knows things, so I feel like whatever however it's affecting your money situation or your stability in general, like, you know how it's affecting it, and so you know what, like, whether or not that is worth it or not, you know? And there could be more than one person involved in this situation. For some reason, there's, like, maybe you're collaborating with people, or you're trying to get other people's opinion on it, and you have a lot of support on your side. Like, I don't know if they try to, like, dip out with money or something, like, to where you would need support like that. Like, and have people on your side, like witnesses or something. I mean, I don't really feel like it's that. It's just, I'm kind of confused as to why you would need support on your side. Maybe, you know, the advice that you ask from others is in agreement with what you already feel. Is in agreement with what you already feel about what you need to do. Like, this is exchanging of ideas. and then you have support on your side. And like people are cheering you on in your, you know, in your idea of what you need to do. I feel like whatever you're intuitively feeling about this situation is what is probably true. It's probably spot on, you know. And you may not need this personal trainer at all to do anything, and you're realizing that it's headed towards you not staying committed to, you know, the connection with the person, not connection like bond, but, you know, the contract or whatever, you know, the agreement, or, you know, you just kind of don't feel the need for it. I don't really see anything about them that's like shady or anything. I mean, I am concerned a little bit about this because it's like, why? You're a Capricorn, you said, right? So that could be what the devil's there for. Okay, you are not taking action yet about this commitment. Also Taurus, that represents Taurus. This is funny. I mean, it's not funny, but it's interesting. The moon here, you're not sure because you feel like you're not sure how to go about this. You know, you're not sure how to, like, and that's what obviously this is right now. It's just funny that it's like, just, it's not funny, it's just, it's, you know, kind of telling us what you have already told us in my perspective of that. You know, you're kind of like, this is a commitment kind of thing, not literally a commitment like a romantic, but it's like, you know, something you agreed to and you're committed to. So this is like lack of, like, you know, non-committal. This is somebody who's going to be, you know, moving away from their commitment and kind of like not staying committed to it. So it's, you know, somewhat a commitment. It's a contract or it's an agreement, right? And you're not taking action yet because you're a little confused as to what you should do and, you know, how you should approach it, how you should, you know, communicate it, or, you know, what you, like, if it's even something that you should do, like what you're right and it is, or like if you're being a little ridiculous, like you just aren't, it's, you know, lack of clarity there. But I'm just like, yeah, exactly. So here though, we do see the need to be very blunt, the need to be very straightforward, not emotional. It's not about how they feel, it's not about how you feel, it's just what it is. You know, I just don't need you, or, you know, just be straight up. Just, you know, King of Swords does not bullshit. He doesn't beat around the bush. He's just like, look, this is what it is. Here are the facts. Here's what you need to know. That's it. You know, it's not like, sorry. It's not like, oh, you know, it's not really about feelings. It's like, do you need them or not? It's just, you know, it's just straight. And Ace of Swords is opportunity to communicate, opportunity to speak your voice, opportunity for it to be heard. So no worries about this anymore, and that it won't be heard, or that, you know, you won't be in the right to say it, or, you know, that it won't matter. Like, now that's all gone, because King of Swords and Ace of Swords, it's like you'll have the opportunity to, you know, you need to make that opportunity happen, though. It's up to you, obviously, you know, to make that, to initiate that. And I think that after that, all of this, you know, you won't feel stuck anymore. It's really self-imposed restriction here, because you don't need to be stuck in the situation, but your lack of action, your lack of, like, the Hanged Man, it's like you're not acting, you're getting as much information as you can before acting, and you just need to act already. I think you're probably in the right there. You know, there's nothing that, it's kind of exactly what you've said. And, you know, especially with the High Priestess there, it's like, it already kind of told us everything that you think about the situation and feel is probably spot on. Like, you know what you need to do. And I think that this is just an agreement with that. This is just a confirmation of that, you know? Feisty. I think you're probably on the money with that one. Okay. Yeah, that's annoying. Do it by yourself, really? Like, it was definitely an agreement. That's okay. Go ahead and post your second question though, and we'll get started on that one too. Okay? Yeah, I would say that you're on the money with that one. I feel like that was just a straight up like confirmation of what you're thinking, especially the High Priestess too. It's like, but it kind of like made it very thorough. Like, okay, look, you know what you think is probably true, what you think is right, what you think you should go with. You know, it's like it told us in like 3 different ways in the same reading. Like, so that's why I feel like it's like a confirmation. You know. My dog snoring away. Okay. I don't know if I want to ask you now that I know my sister comes to your channel now. Hmm. I feel you. That is kind of tough. um, I mean, you can email me and we can do it that way if you'd like. Like, I could just do. What the hell is that? If you want to do that, we can do that. If, you know, let me know if that's what you want to do. Because, yeah, that's. You know, that's kind of tricky there. Because, yeah, she could see it. stretch. I'm still right here, you guys. I'm just waiting for Feisty's question to come in. Oh, okay. S, would you like to go first before, because Feisty's got to email me. Pinky Doss, we are doing donation readings if you have a personal question. So if you'd like to ask your question, just check out the description. It explains everything that you need to know about asking a personal question and getting it answered, okay? Okay, I think S wasn't here anymore, but they left their question, so we're going to do that one. S, it says, what are TG's current feelings toward me? No contact at the moment, but I think of reaching out to him soon. Thank you, I'm Libra, he's Pisces. TG's current feelings towards me. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, Libra, Pisces. TG. Current feelings. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. TG. Current feelings toward. King of Pentacles. So there is some like value in the connection. I mean, somebody's thinking about like what's valuable, and what I mean by that is not necessarily like money, but I mean it could definitely have to do with money. But I feel like this person sees a worth in you that is having to do with their security. Like either you guys going in on a project together and making money doing that, or it's like valuables of some sort, you know, like material items. It's not really emotional security. It's like items, or they feel like maybe, you know, you guys are gonna like go on an investment or go in on an investment together, or, you know, like something. It doesn't have to necessarily be he's just like using the valuables you have for his own security. It could be like you guys are working together to create security, and that's what he sees. But either way, it's like, I mean, you said you're not in contact at the moment, but I feel like, you know, either way, it's not like he's seeing it as of yet. This is only the first card, but it seems like it's something that has to do with, like, material security rather than, like, emotions or love, you know? Like, you guys would work together, or there'd be some kind of idea or some kind of, you know, something material that he sees of benefit. This is Four of Pentacles. Yep, again, the stability, security, building a foundation together. Five of Wands, tension. Probably with other people you live with, or people, you know, in this situation. Like, maybe you'd have to have roommates or something, or like if it was talking about your foundation, like living together or moving in together or something, to where there was an argument or some tension, disagreements, you know, because there's more than one person involved. Could be your family, could be his family, who are just like, wait, you guys shouldn't do that, or something, you know, just drama, tension. Maybe you guys just had a disagreement, but it seems like there's more people involved than just you two, like in that tension. And then the Seven of Wands. So somebody's like pushing away somebody they feel is basically not, like, doesn't have their best interest at heart. Like, someone's being defensive and pushing people away that aren't necessarily someone they need to push away. Two of Cups there. So that's probably the reason you don't need to push them away, is because, and this could be them, because we're talking about, like, somebody you're not talking to anymore, but whether it was romantic or not, there was a bond there, and there was something where you guys were on the same page at one point, so much so that it felt like you were connected in that way, like you guys had this shared vision, or this shared plan, or this shared, like, path, a shared idea in your head of where you were going to go and what you were going to do, and, but somebody's pushing that away, and I feel like it's probably him, unless you were the one who initiated, you know, the distance, but there was a lot of security that was able to happen in the situation, but somebody pushed the other person away. That could be why you're currently not communicating. Ace of Swords is, it just basically talks about the opportunity to speak about this, or have, you know, for you two to communicate again. Like, there will be a perfect time and place for that to happen. And Five of Pentacles, okay. So somebody feels abandoned and left in the dust. And Five of Swords, yeah. So there's resentment, like somebody's pissed off, and it's gonna be a hard thing to mend because somebody's so pissed off. Like, somebody is not gonna be trusting. I feel like, you see, it's kind of funny, the cat cards, but Five of Pentacles, Five of Swords. It's like, you guys will have the opportunity to communicate, and when you do that, try to be as honest as you can. Like, if it's you who can't get over this and you have resentments, even in the face of this person's apologies, or, you know, I don't know if they will apologize, but somebody felt abandoned. Whoever pushed the other away, the person who was pushed away feels left in the dust, and they're still pissed off about it. Like, it doesn't even, there's no amount of, like, apology that, according to the cards, it seems as though, you know, the energy right now is showing that it doesn't even matter if the person says sorry, like, yeah, because Three of Swords, you know? Page of Swords, yeah, can't let something go. Trying to move forward, trying to move on and have a new experience, but can't, you know? One foot set firmly in the past, and it's holding them back. And because there's heartbreak, and so this needs to be acknowledged. I'm surprised that the Queen of Swords isn't here, because somebody needs to take accountability for this, for, you know, being so quick to just push somebody away unnecessarily. But all of that should be discussed with the Ace of Swords, because whether or not the person, it was unnecessary to them or not, they can explain why they did it. Like, okay, well, I felt like the tension that was there with your family or friends, or just with you, whoever the people were with the tension situation. I felt like that was just too much for me to handle. Like, I don't know what else to do. I felt like that was the right thing to do for me to walk away. Or you could be saying that, like, you know, the tension was too much, or whatever the case is. All of that will be communicated, or all of that has the opportunity to be communicated, okay? It doesn't mean that you'll do it. I mean, the opportunity is there, but you know, since we have free will, you can choose to miss the opportunity and just never go for it, and they can choose the same thing. So I mean, you guys, it will take effort on both of your sides to actually make that communication happen, but I feel like it's definitely up in the air here. It's definitely like possible. So it just depends on how you guys go about that. You know, if you really want to make it happen, but somebody's very like resentful and still holding on to a lot of hurt from this. So I would say be very careful. You know, say what needs to be said, say what's on your mind, say if you're hurt, because like it doesn't matter. At this point it looks like if you guys communicate, somebody's still going to be butthurt about it. And so you need to like be clear with each other, get all the information out, everything you feel. Don't hold back, don't withhold information, apologize where it's necessary, you know. But I feel like you guys will have the opportunity to communicate, and you should take that seriously, because someone is very hurt here and someone is very resentful, and unless this is handled with extreme care, the person might not be able to get over it no matter how many times you say sorry, or you know, if the message is vice versa, you won't be able to get over it no matter how many times they say sorry. You know, if you just know it's like not genuine and nothing's going to change, and it's going to be the same situation, like it's not going to matter, because you know it hurts that much, you know what happened. So interesting. Okay, so handle that with care, I would say, for sure. But let's see about feisty. Feisty. Okay, I've got your question, feisty. Okay, let's see. I won't say anything out loud. And Jaded Kate, can you just close the list for now? Like, can you just mention that so that no one else comes in? Because I just, you know, this is the last one I'm going to do right here. I think I'll close it out after this. Okay? Your alarm. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. So tell me what she needs to know. Actually, I'm going to use a different deck. This one is kind of weird to use, I feel like, for something more, but I'm going to need to explain how, like, what, just trust me on this one, okay? Like, I feel like I'm going to have to explain, like, feelings and of people, and it's, like, going to be hard to explain that without, you know, the Rider Waite, because it's just explains it a lot better in that deck to me. Like, I can explain all the ways, like, how I'm coming to that conclusion. So I'm gonna use this deck. Thanks for your likes, you guys. Appreciate that. Look what's coming now. First of all, Capricorn right here. Okay. Also, sometimes that represents good sex. So, you know, it could be that. You know, not going to discount it. Okay. So, it's kind of asking you to, like, look, you know, this is headed towards contemplation for you. It's going to be like a lot of watching it grow, you know, watching your own emotions about that grow and your feelings toward that grow, like, and you kind of just developing what you actually feel about it, like, you know, you understanding your feelings all the way in regards to that, like, you know, maybe right now it's just, I don't know, like, you know, maybe it's just, it's not, you don't feel exactly ready, or you don't feel exactly confident about it yet, so you're just not really sure how to approach that situation. But at some point, you know, it's pretty much saying, like, you know, it's headed in a certain direction. Like, you know, this is something that is worth, like, you know, this is something that's already being considered. So basically, this is the direction it's going in. And that direction is basically just asking you to kind of, like, you know, watch it as it develops and figure out what you need to do from there. Like, no need to rush anything, you know, no need to, like, push yourself into something that you're unsure about, or, you know, whatever the case exactly is. You know better than I do, of course. But at some point you're going to be making a deliberate decision here, like taking an action after a lot of, you know, thoughtful consideration and contemplation and all of that. So let's see what happens here. I feel like, yeah, I mean, you will explore that. It's just, maybe you just don't really know how you're going to do that yet, or, you know, how you go about it. And so it's just basically saying, like, don't worry about it. Take your time. Be patient and watch it as it grows, and, you know, once it's there, it will be there, and it will happen, you know, it will blossom, it will be the time, and you'll know, and, you know, very natural, everything natural, no need to rush anything that you don't feel comfortable doing, or, you know, that you're unsure about in any way. Like, you know, there will be time that it will be ready, and you'll know what to do, and what you know, how to do it, and you know what I mean? Like, it'll be natural. Okay, I had too many come out here. Don't look at them, because it's just too many. If these cards are supposed to come out again, they will. So don't worry about that. Okay, what does she need to know about this situation? Okay, can you hear me?
Oh, okay. Somebody said that the voice was not audible. So I just want to make sure.
Okay. I was like, what? For a second. Okay. So. Good. Whew. I was like, oops. Fuck. Alright. So. Okay, so. What else does she need to know about this situation? Does she, is there anything else you want to bring to her attention about it, you know? Okay. Okay. Alright. First of all, I feel like, you know, yes, there's, you know, the Empress is obviously a new beginning, the birth of something. So I feel like it's definitely going to take off at some point. You know, like this will begin and you will go towards that. But the thing is, the Five of Swords, you know, is just an ugly, ugly card. I mean, it's like a nasty person. I feel like there's a... Be careful who you trust. I mean, I don't know if that's something that, you know, you hold dear to you that you wouldn't want to... I mean, obviously, it kind of is, right? Because, you know... I mean, you know... The privacy of it, it's... But there's... It's a nasty... It's a, like, almost like a bully, a person who... Like, I just feel like they're gonna... They want to... I don't know if it's because you guys have a history and they want to get back at you for something, but it's a nasty person who wants to win at all costs. Be careful who you experience, you have any kind of, like, new people in your life, you know, because this is, like, a person who wants to win at all costs. So in that regard, it's like a person who will not lose, and losing is, you know, you... like having some kind of control over the situation, their situation, or, you know, hurting them in some way. Like, the only way to really control that is to not get close to people in an authentic way. So, like, be careful with anybody that you have a new experience with or meet, you know, because it could be that they aren't really available, you know, for getting close or any kind of, like, a thing that you should really trust, because they're gonna, at any second they feel danger or they feel threat, you know, they can turn it back around on you, and it would hurt you a lot worse because they never were really emotionally attached, you know. It's like a person who's like vengeful and like they might do something nasty if they feel that you've wronged them in any way, you know. And it's just like, it's really not a good card to get. And again, you know, we see the Seven of Pentacles, which is interesting. It's talking about greed, too, with the Nine of Cups. It could be talking about this person that's nasty here, like the greed. Like, they want what they want, and if they can't get it, it's like... But I don't know why it would say waiting, or, like, there would be a patience as well. Okay, this was a lot more than I... Like, too many cards. So, could be a new person that you meet that isn't to be trusted. Could be an air sign person, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. That's Aquarius right there, so the star right here. Could be an Aquarius person. That's funny, I go Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and it goes Aquarius. Okay, there could be more than one person involved in that situation. It could be that they try to, like, you're gonna... I don't know what this is exactly trying to say, like, with the Seven of Pentacles again. I don't know what the Seven of Pentacles is trying to say, but I feel like either way, somebody's going to get greedy here, and want what they want, and that's just part of this, you know, them wanting to hurt you, or, you know, they feel like you're going to be a threat to them, or so they're going to be a threat to you in return, like before you can be to them, or maybe, you know, after, if they feel like you already were a threat. They feel like you already, like, wronged them or something. And I don't mean like you literally are going to wrong somebody. To me, it seems like they're seeing any kind of, like, they're looking at everything as a like they're like hyper sensitive to threat, and it's not even like you meant to threaten them or meant to hurt them or meant to diss them in any way. They're just feeling a threat if they get like rejected, or if they get like, you know, if you don't agree with whatever it is, you know, that they want to do. Like, they just feel like a personal like diss, and it's not even really that. So just, you know, this person was just like no good. I mean, here too with the Two of Cups, it could have been that this person felt very connected to you on a different level, like on a very deep level. So maybe they feel like upset that it's not, that you don't feel the same way. Like friendship, you know, partnership, any kind of like bond, any kind of like just relation with a person, whoever, whatever this is. You know, it doesn't have to be romantic, although it could be, but it doesn't have to be. It's just, you know, whatever it was, they felt like they wanted to you guys were on the same page, and then maybe you felt like, no, not exactly, sorry about that, and they're like feeling dissed because of that, or feeling like you know, like they're not going to be embarrassed, or, and I just feel like, you know, information's going to come out that maybe you don't want to come out, you know, like that's what it seems like to me, that situation, like them, you know, making things known, and maybe against your wishes, like being very fucking, like saying the facts and not giving a shit about how you feel about it, you know, like this, the King of Swords is like very like straightforward and just says facts and doesn't care about, it's not about emotional, it's not about how you feel, it's about what it is. So it's like, how committed are you to this idea? It's up in the air, like Pisces right here, but I feel like it's this Aquarius person or this air sign. But just be careful with that, like with the beginning, you know, I don't know how to say it, like, is it okay if I email you? Because I just want to, you know, I feel like I need to like say it straightforward, and it's just hard to do that here. Okay. So with that being said, you guys, that was the last reading I was going to do, and I appreciate you guys being here. Thanks for everybody who donated and participated today. We're going to do this again, so I want to see you guys there, and hopefully I'll see you guys there tonight. Like and subscribe if you haven't yet, and also enable notifications so that you can try and get a free reading by being one of the first 3 people to join the live and type in the chat. Okay, so that's how you do that. And you can check out the description for any information you need for next time. It'll be the same, so to prepare if you'd like to.
But in regards to that, I will see you guys later. Thanks. Have a great night or day, whatever time it is for you. And I'll talk to you guys soon.